Creating lists and inserting images. In the previous grade, you learnt the basics of HTML. Let us have a quick review. Creating an HTML document in Notepad. The basic structure of an HTML document. Various HTML tags and attributes. Saving a document as an HTML file. Opening and viewing an HTML file on a web browser. In this chapter, you will explore advanced HTML tags and their operations. Let us learn how to create different types of lists in an HTML document. Creating lists. How would you create a list in HTML? By now, you are completely aware that to apply any formatting in HTML, you have to enter specific coding. Therefore, to create a list in HTML, you need to enter certain elements. Here, you will learn about the types of list elements that HTML supports. Li tag H2. The Li tag stands for list item and is used to define an item in a list. It is an empty tag, for it does not require an off tag. Place the Li tag before the items that you wish to define in the form of a list. By default, a browser displays a filled round bullet before the items of a list. Let us learn how the Li tag works. Open Notepad program by clicking on the Start button, All Programs, Accessories, Notepad. Type the HTML code in the Notepad as shown here. Save the document as an HTML file by adding .htm or .html as its extension. Open it in a browser to view the output. The result appears as shown here. There are three types of lists that you can create in an HTML document, which are as follows: ordered list, unordered list, definition list. Unordered list tag. As the name suggests, the UL tag creates a list in which a particular sequence or ordering of items is not required. It creates a bulleted list. Therefore, it is also known as bulleted list. It is a container element. The list is defined using the UL and close UL tags as on and off tags, respectively. Each item enclosed in these tags is defined by the Li tag. The UL tag has a type attribute. The type attribute is used to specify the bullet style to be placed before an item in a list. The syntax is UL type equals to value. The type attribute can take any of the following as value as described here in this table. The syntax is UL type equals to circle, disk, square. Example 1. To understand the function of the UL tag, type the following HTML code. Save the HTML file and open it on a web browser. Notice, HTML by default adds a filled round bullet before each item in the list. Therefore, it is needless to define the disk value as type attribute. Example 2. Now let us learn how to use the type attribute in an unordered list of an HTML document. Consider the given example. Type the following HTML code, save the file as an HTML file and open it on a web browser. Observe the defined bullet types are added before the list items. Ordered list tag. As the name suggests, an ordered list is used to define the proper order or sequence of items in a list. It is also known as numbered list since it adds a number before each item in a list. The list items are enclosed within OL and close OL tags, therefore it is a container element. The OL tag also has a type attribute. This attribute is used to define the numbering style of a list. The syntax is OL type equals to value. The type attribute can take any of the following as values as described here. You can define the specific beginning value of the ordered list using the start attribute. For example, OL start equals to value type 1/I/A/A/small a. OL start equals to D. The ordered list begins from alphabet D. OL start equals to 5. The ordered list begins from number 5. Example 3. Type the given HTML code. In order to understand the working of the OL tag, save the file and view it on a web browser. Notice, by default, HTML adds number before each item in the list. Example 4. Type the given HTML code in Notepad to understand the function of type attribute of OL tag. Save the file and open it on a web browser. Observe the output. Nesting lists. There are times when you might need to use both the ordered and the unordered list together on a single web page. Have you ever wondered how would you accomplish this? This can be done using the nesting of lists. Nesting of lists refers to enclosing one list style inside another. For example, an unordered list can be nested within an ordered list or vice versa. Moreover, an ordered list can be nested within another ordered list. Example 5. Type the following HTML code to understand the concept of nesting of lists. Save the file and open it on a web browser. Observe the output. Definition list tag. Apart from bulleted or numbered lists, HTML allows you to create a special type of list known as definition list. The DL tag is used to display a definition in the form of a list. The DL tag stands for definition list. The DL tag is a container element. The definition list DL tag is used along with other subtags to create a definition list, which are DT and DD tags. Let us learn what each of these tags indicates with the help of this table. Example 6. To understand the concept of definition list tag, let us consider the given example. Open and view it on a web browser. Observe the output. Inserting images. Can you draw in HTML? Of course not. Then how do you find images and graphics on a web page? The answer is simple. HTML allows you to insert images and graphics using the img tag or element which is specifically designed to do this task. Adding images or graphics in an HTML document makes the document look appealing and attractive. There are a number of graphic formats supported by web browsers. The most commonly used formats are Graphics Interchange Format (GIF). It is one of the most widely used formats for displaying images on the web. An image in GIF format can include a maximum of 256 colors. Further, you can create more colors by using the combination of existing colors. GIF is pronounced as GIF. However, it is also acceptable to be pronounced as GIF, Joint Photographic Experts Group. JPEG. It is one of the best image file formats. A JPEG image could contain the 16 million possible colors. It is an ideal format for web graphics, for it supports varying levels of compression. The term compression refers to the act of making a computer file use less space when it is stored. Portable Network Graphics (PNG). It was introduced in the year 1994 after the several years of the GIF and JPEG formats. PNG format includes the benefits of both the GIF and the JPEG formats. Like a JPEG image, a PNG image may also include over 16 million possible colors. Image tag. The img tag is used to embed an image in an HTML document. The img tag is an empty element. To use this tag, you need to specify the Src attribute with it, otherwise no image can be added in your HTML document. Src attribute specifies the location of the image. Image is an external resource, for it is being imported to the document. The syntax is img src equals to nature.jpeg. Example 7. To embed an image in an HTML document, type the given HTML code to understand the working of the img tag and Src attribute. Save the document as an HTML file. Open it on a web browser. The output may appear as shown here. Rules of Src attribute. There are possibilities to encounter a situation when the image is not displayed on the web page in spite of specifying the correct image file name in the Src attribute. What might be the reason? To learn this, explore some certain rules of Src attribute. First, it is must to know the location of the required image file. For example, nature.jpg file is saved in the HTML folder of D drive. Second, when your HTML document and image file are stored in the same location, then you can refer the image file simply by entering its name as the Src value. For example, imgsrc equals to nature.jpg. Third, in case the HTML document and the required image file are stored in different locations, then you must specify the complete path of the image file as the src value. For example, imgsrc equals to d/picture/nature. Fourth, if the required image is not stored in your computer memory and is available on the web, then mention the computer URL address of the image. For example, URL imgsrc equals to https://www.pixels.com/photo/bengal-tiger. Example 8. To understand the use of img tag and its attributes, consider the following example. Type the given HTML code in Notepad. Save it as an HTML file. Open it on a web browser. The output may appear as shown here. Placing an image as background. You can insert an image as a background on a web page. To do this, you need to use the background attribute of the body tag. For example, body background equals to meditation.jpg. Let us learn how to use an image background. Example 9. To add an image as background, type the HTML code in Notepad as shown here. Save it as an HTML file. Open it on a web browser. The output appears.